Hello, Year 6. It's me again. I loved some of the work you sent last week for your calypso music. Amazing. Absolutely brilliant. Loved the singing, loved the drawings that I got sent of things that had inspired you. Um, Someone had downloaded a steel band app and played me a tune on the steel band. Fantastic. Really impressed. Keep it coming in. If you haven't done it yet, go back and do it. Sing some of those songs. Just enjoy them because music is all about enjoying ourselves, learning a little bit about it, but actually relaxing, enjoying, and coming to understand how all these different genres all fit together. Today we're going to be thinking about blues music, and I'm going to give you a little bit of information. I'm then going to show you a little bit on the piano that you can perhaps, if you've got a piano at home, you can join in with and play around with a little bit. And then I'm going to give you some things to do, a little bit of perhaps a blues song to write, all sorts of different things. You don't have to do everything. I want you to do whatever you feel you can engage with and whatever you enjoy. But I want you to do something. I want you to listen to lots of blues music as well. So, the blues. During the 18th and 19th centuries, thousands of people were taken as slaves from Africa to America. And for those Africans, life was incredibly hard. Many died on their long journeys on the sailing ships, and those that survived were sold. They were sold in auctions and put to work on farms in the southern states of America and in the Caribbean. Families were split up, children were often taken from their parents, and husbands were separated from their wives. The time of slavery was very cruel and very horrible. And the blues started off as simple work songs among the black slaves in America. When they sung work songs, a little bit like the calypsos, they sang work songs and it helped them get through their days. They were very religious people, many of them, and they went to church, and their songs were sung in church. They were often sung as prayers. They became known as spirituals. During the American Civil War, a lot of the slaves were freed in 1865 at the end of the Civil War, and a new kind of black music developed, and this music was known as the blues. We often think if you're feeling blue, you're feeling a bit sad, and blues music is sad. Just because these slaves were free doesn't mean to say they were having a good life. They were unemployed and they had no money of their own. Now, blues songs are short. They often only have 3 lines of verse. The second line is often a repeat of the first. The subjects included slavery, drugs, unemployment, poverty, unhappiness, death, unrequited love, all those kinds of things that would have made them sad, hence the association with blues and sadness. So, I'm going to just explain to you how blues music works. The most common form of blues music is what we call a 12-bar blues. And that means there's 12. We all know what a bar of music is. It's a box of music when there's normally 3 counts in a bar or 4 counts in a bar. Well, in blues music, there's normally 4 counts in a bar, and we've got 12 lots of 4 counts. And they only use 3 different chords. Now, if you're a guitarist or a ukulele player, you will be able to play these chords. And the 3 chords that we're going to be using today are our C chord, our F chord, and our G chord. And I'm going to move you over to the piano so you can just have a little look and see what I'm doing. So bear with me for one moment while I just move you over here. I don't know if my headphones are going to come over with me. I think they will. Yeah. So a chord is when we play more than one note at a time. This is a C chord. C is my bottom note, and I'm playing the E above it and the G. It's basically the first note, the third note, and the fifth note of a scale. Listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm playing 1, 3, and 5. So in blues music, in our 12-bar blues, we have 4 bars of the first chord, in this case a C chord. 2, 3, 4. Then we have 2 bars of the F chord. Now in the C scale, F is note number 4, C, D, E, F. So we have 2 bars of our F chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go back to 2 bars of our C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That takes us up to 8 bars. Bar number 9, we're going to chord number 5. C, D, E, F, G. It's our G chord. Back to our F chord. And then 2 bars of our C chord. I'm going to put that on a separate recording. So if you have got a guitar, or if you've got a ukulele, or if you've got a piano, you can play along with me. And I'll print out for you a copy of those chords so you know the orders they're in. Over the top of that, we have the scale. That's a scale of C. In a blues scale, we have blue notes. And those blue notes are the black notes. Note number 3 and note number 7 are called blue notes, and we're going to play them a little bit flatter. Can you hear how that immediately sounds a little bit sad? Now, there is a blues scale that blues music, as it developed, began to use. They flattened the 3rd note and the 7th note, and then they sharpened. They made the 4th note a little bit higher. I'm going to put a copy of this on your work as well, so you can see that. Can you hear how that's got a lovely sound to it? And it just sounds a little bit sad. I'm going to play you a very simple blues piece that, again, I'm going to put on. If you're a pianist or any other instrumentalist, you might be able to play some of this. There you go. There's a blues piece. Now, of course, real blues music has words. Traditional blues music has words. And as I've said before, they were always very sad. I'm going to give you a little list of pieces you can listen to. And then I want you to see if perhaps you can write your own blues words. You might even be able to sing over those 12-bar blues. Oh, we're in lockdown and we can't go out. Simple things like that. We're in lockdown, we can't go out. We're in lockdown, we can't go out. Oh, I'm going to sing the blues. Just 3 lines of words. All it is 3 lines. 1 line repeated and then a last line. The Rainy Day Blues is a piece you're going to listen to and you're going to do a worksheet on. And you're going to listen to different versions of the Rainy Day Blues. The first version is just going to be the chords, the 12-bar blues sequence like I played you on the piano. And then the worksheet looks a little bit like this. You're going to be able to print this off, or you're going to be able to write on it in your task section. Every extract is going to add something else. Now, the things they're going to add are all listed here. One of them is the vocal part. We know what a vocal part is. It's a singer. The singer sings the vocal line. Vocals are voices, things we've used with our voices. A walking bass line. Now, often in blues, we have jazz bands or blues bands that play the blues music, not just a piano. And a walking bass sounds a little bit like this. Can you hear it's going in steps? that's our walking bass. The other thing you're going to be listening for is an improvisation using notes of the blues scale. Well, you know what the blues scale is now. Improvisation is just making it up. And if you improvise, you don't read music, you just make it up as you go along. So every time you play it, it might sound a little bit different. The other thing you're going to listen to is the drum that kicks in. It says on the sheet, a swing drum kit rhythm. Swing drum kit rhythm. And a swing is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So a drum would sound like this. Bum ba dum ba bum ba dum ba dum. In classical music, we have much more a beat that goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But in blues, and next week when we do some jazz as well, you realise actually it's what we call a swung beat. And it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that fits in with the last thing on your worksheet, which is a boogie woogie rhythm. If you say the word boogie woogie, boogie woogie, boogie woogie. Boogie woogie, boogie woogie, boogie woogie, boogie woogie. That's that rhythm which is so common in jazz and blues. So you're going to listen for all those things, and each extract that you hear, 6 extracts altogether, each one is going to add something else in. And I want you to try and listen and see what they add in and write that on your worksheet. You've also got a few questions to answer on your worksheet, a different worksheet, about the development of the blues and how religion influenced the blues as well, how the slaves used to go to church and how that music gradually changed the way that people sang and people worshipped together and sang together. So I hope you enjoy a little bit of blues. I hope you enjoy listening to lots of blues. I want to know if you like it. I want to know what you like about the blues. I want to know what you don't like about the blues. Perhaps you don't like sad music. Perhaps it makes you feel sad at a time when perhaps you're already feeling a little bit sad. But the other thing you can do, I am going to put a link on for a BBC bite size thing all about jazz. Now, don't be scared. It's a GCSE bite size. We don't need to go into it in loads and loads of detail, but it's quite interesting to have a watch and have a listen to. So if you like jazz and you want to learn a little bit more about it, go on to the BBC Bite Size link that I've given you. And don't worry that it says GCSE. When you come to do your GCSEs, you might remember this time and look back at your time at St Nicholas and think, oh yeah, we learnt about the blues when we were at St Nick's. So enjoy. I'm going to go now and I'm going to load this all up for you, and I'm going to put loads of things on for you to do. So enjoy. Let me know what you think about the blues. Bye.